Blog Talk Radio.
From the online interweb, I'm TiVo Mike. It's the TiVo Mike Show. Today, a story about a unique set of triplets, their struggles, and their flawed yet wonderful parents. We discuss the heartwarming and emotional hold NBC's This Is Us has on us, and our hope for the Pearsons' third season. It's Tuesday, September 25th, 2018.
Talk about TV just to reveal JC, yeah. TiVo Mike.
Happy Tuesday, Saints. It's me here, TiVo Mike, and as always with my friend, co-host, and our entertainment guru, Mr. Mike Warner.
What's up, folks? Welcome back to another episode, Season 3.
Oh, my gosh. Episode 2, Season 3 already.
Yeah.
What the flip are we doing in life?
We're
It's going
doing
so
life,
fast.
baby. We are doing life. That's what I'm talking about. So, first, let me just say this. I won't forget the intro of This Is Life. Oh, This Is Us.
Right.
This Is Life. I'm going to see that this week because the guy who wrote This Is Us,
right,
that's his first feature film.
Oh, my God. You know that's going to be boo-hoo.
Life Itself, it's called. Life
Itself.
So
of
I'm going to be seeing that because that just looks amazing. But This Is Us, I will never forget it because I pay attention to everything in entertainment and the names and who these people are. And Mandy Moore had a crush. Her birthday is exactly 1 month after mine. You know, nothing like that nerdiness in there. But let me say, when I read the synopsis,
right,
and I'm like, oh my gosh, like a new show is coming out. The preview was good, but
right,
the preview was just like flashes.
Oh, it's too quick.
Yeah, like it was just enough for you to see it was a new show.
Right.
Some new faces, black faces on NBC. Whoa.
That never happens. No
and
blacks
then it was
on
like,
camera.
wow. And then I pull up the synopsis on the guide.
Right.
3 people born on the same day.
I'm
like, so a show about triplets?
Right.
Now I'm confused because they didn't say they were related. They didn't say they weren't related.
Right.
Just 3 people born, 3 people turning 36 on the same day.
Time.
And I'm like,
and tonight turning 38.
Yeah. Man, listen.
They're good at what they do. The best. I mean,
so good. Just in the first season of the show, not even the first season, the first 8 episodes. The nominations of TV that came out of that show.
You.
Between the Golden Globes, the Emmys.
Best janitor.
Yeah.
Like everything was about that show. You know what I mean? Like they would have loved it.
It was crazy. It was
like the best look on a television screen.
And it got
everything.
so much love.
Yeah, it did.
In just 8 episodes.
And rightfully so, because it does connect on the real issues of our own lives. One of the things that I wanted to mention before we get to our Season 2 recap is a particular, because people are probably thinking, well, why the obsession? And I could go on and on about the obsession, but the most recent one from Season 2, finale actually, was when Kevin gave the wedding speech. Take a listen.
Earlier last year, Kate said something to me that was profound. She said, Kevin, if you don't allow yourself to grieve Dad's death, it'll be like taking a giant breath in and just holding it there for the rest of your life. At the time, I didn't want to hear any of that. You know, I didn't. But here we are. It's 1 DUI and a rehab stint later, and I'm thinking maybe you were onto something.
That was powerful because when you don't grieve, you don't let yourself grieve. Yeah. And what I realized was, I think for me, so especially, I'm a strong individual. I don't like harping on the grief process. I like to move on. But I didn't take from that, because I didn't have a father who died in my life. I can grieve the father that left my life, which I haven't properly done, and I will. But what I heard when he gave that speech was I heard grieve for the life I could have had a tragedy not befallen me. Yeah. And like the old me, the me that made the stupid mistakes in life, the errors. Did I properly grieve it so I could move on, or am I stuck in it because I'm mad at myself? The way these characters, some of them were stuck in their lives pattern
Yes.
because they couldn't let him go because they didn't grieve him properly.
Yeah, and I think that's what helped. That's what makes the show so great, right?
Yes.
So it's like they literally are just talking about losing their dad, but in their portrayal and their conviction of the role of the script,
yes,
you can relate it so much. So in that same essence of not grieving,
right?
I took the not grieving very similar to you. It's not so much about losing my dad, but so many things I stayed hung up on.
Yes.
Because I didn't take time to go through the process when I was going through it.
Right. To let yourself cry. And Lord knows I do cry enough.
I don't wanna cry.
Ooh, but yet I do about dumb stuff.
You gotta do it.
But I won't grieve about this, and because I don't want to fall apart.
Yeah.
And the Lord reminded me of Psalm 34:18, so I wrote it down. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit.
Amen.
And you have to realize it's okay to break down because God's taking care of you.
Yes.
And then you can move on, but otherwise you're stuck. And then the only other one was 1 Thessalonians 4:13. I'll quickly say it. But we do not want you to be uninformed, brothers, about those who are asleep, that you may not grieve as others do who have no hope.
Amen.
See, we at least have hope and a future, so our grieving is okay.
And you have to think of it this way. Another great thing about breakdowns,
right?
The only thing that typically comes out of that is a breakthrough. Woo. So you got to have those moments to really break it down and go through it. Go through the process.
You be saying some stuff.
It's just one of those things. Like,
if he's Lord of the breakthrough, let him break through. But you're trying to do it yourself.
Yeah.
So thank you. So here's a cool recap of season 2, for those of you who forgot. And just remind you of the love of the show again.
Is this the moment? Is this when we find out if we're having a boy or a girl?
You're having triplets.
We lost the third baby, Jack. I'm very sorry.
How did you guys decide? With me?
Your father was so determined that you were meant to be.
Look at him, Beck. Placed right there, right next to ours. Can you just feel it?
1, 2, 3. So I've realized I really like your fiance. We're pregnant.
Oh my God.
My ex-husband, who I haven't seen in 12 years, just shows up at my doorstep unannounced.
I was head over heels in love with you the moment that I saw you. I never should have let you get away.
My biological father didn't have a lot of time left, and he'd very much like to show me where he's from.
Man, that was a hell of a thing you did, knocking on my door that day. You deserved a beautiful life you made. My beautiful boy.
How long has it been going on, Jack? The drinking. If you have a problem, we will fix it together.
I'm sorry. I never wanted to disappoint you. I need you guys.
I'm trying to remake myself as a serious actor. Every single thing has led up to this very moment. I'm not going to let this stupid knee screw up the rest of my life.
We just had a miscarriage. It just happened.
Toby, it happened to me. It didn't happen to you.
I understand you've already refilled the prescription one more time than you should have.
Look at me, Paige. You're okay.
I want to adopt.
She's 12 years old, and she's on her way over.
Those are mine. Give them back.
Whoa, what's the matter?
We're okay.
Is Daisy gonna have to go home?
Everything's gonna be okay. I promise.
Our marriage wasn't perfect, it's true, but none are. And your father wasn't perfect either, but he was pretty damn close.
I want to freeze time so that I can get a little bit more.
Ta-da! Our love story is just getting started. I've got this big, amazing life.
You and me, we can do anything.
I've got this big, amazing, extended family.
We will not let this break us.
No, we will not. And if I'm seeing me in you, I think that means it's going to happen for you, too.
For you. It will. We're going to take a deep break because we need to grab our Kleenex. Sponsors, maybe?
To be a survivor in this amazing race with a need for speed, you need God's grace. And if you're desperate like housewives watching Days of Our Lives, you can't cope without hope, and that's not on a soap. If you're looking to Oprah or Dr. Phil, you can shop nonstop or pop a pill, but the void won't fill and the pain won't kill till you love the one that hung on the hill. Kicking back in your lazy boy easy chair watching Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Nah, you're not going to find it there. No American Idol or Council Tribal has a final answer that'll satisfy you. CSI ain't got a clue. SVU don't know what to do. Not the ER or the OC, nothing on a CD, TV, DVD, or MP3 can save you and me. CNN's got no good news. Here's a headline: you must choose. It's not a simple life, Paris Hilton. It's treading on thin ice, living in sin. You can be an apprentice for Donald Trump or eat Fear Factor fast food from a dump. You can be a heavy hitter, a Wheel of Fortune winner, a Fox News no-spin spinner, or a flat-out sinner. But you better check this life that you're living and make sure your sins are forgiven. I bet you 50 Cent, Elvis done came and went, and eventually every black-eyed pea, Gwen Stefani, P. Diddy, and Britney, every wannabe on MTV with the icy bling, every Dixie chick that sings, they all gonna see the King of Kings. I don't care if you're J-Lo or Leno or Bono. One thing you gotta know, someday you're gonna die, bro. Then where are you gonna go? Hey, I'm not talking some punk junk that's irrelevant like your grandma's church from way back when. It's not some preacher feature on TBN that you need to be liking or listening. The real superstar is Jesus Christ. He's the way, He's the truth, and the life. One day He's going to split the sky. He's the brightest light and the highest high. So what I came to say and what I'm telling you is don't buy that stupid stuff they be selling you. It's all designed to fill your head and waste your space until you're dead. Here's the bottom line of my rhyme. Give your life to God while there's still time.
Welcome back to the TiVo Mike Show. We're done crying. We heard Jesus is the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, and we have time to make it right. Because remember, guys, that's all that matters.
I don't know if we're done crying, though.
Yeah, we're probably not.
Season
now
it's just going to get started this week.
That's right.
Tonight.
And there's going to be a whole lot of stuff going on in Season 3. Let's play the clip from NBC's Season 3, and let's give our predictions.
It takes a special kind of show to receive this much love.
The way that you look at me, wow.
And even more rare is this much excitement for the new season.
You try and pretend like we're the same.
I'm not trying to pretend.
You're not?
I met the girl.
You met a girl?
No, the girl.
First of all, the two things that got me there was the Deja, you're trying to say we're the same.
No, trying to pretend we're the same. And that's huge.
Yes, I'm like, you are a Deja.
No,
you just don't know it. You are the same because you're a human being wanting connection. You just want to be accepted, treated with respect, and know that you're loved.
Yes.
This is why a lot of suicides are happening. At the core, you don't know you're loved.
Yes.
And you just want to go through life. That's it. You just want family, and you want it to be all right. And everyone's in that boat, because all of us who have family, let me just tell you that right now, it ain't all it's cracked up to be, because you're forced in it. You got wackadoos.
We all got wackadoos.
Right. You walk around not, as he said, not getting through the grieving process.
Yes.
So you carry baggage with you.
Everywhere.
And you allow little statements someone in your family will say to take it to something they didn't mean because it's loaded with history.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, but it's the way she asked me for that Sprite.
Yeah.
You know?
It's crazy. And it's crazy, too, because, like, first off, so excited for the season.
Ooh.
But I'm so ready. I know I'm going to be upset. I know there are some things coming this season that I'm probably going to relate to more than I related to past two seasons.
Really?
Season 1, for me, the biggest revelation or the biggest piece that related to me was having brothers.
Oh, yeah.
And we're not adopted. We share the same mom.
Right.
And having those moments where you just don't remember saying we're brothers.
Right, when he gets in the car and says the first time in 30 years.
And when they were fighting in the street, and he gets up and he's like, "Come on, run!" And he goes, "Black in New York, like we gotta get out of here." Like, and that didn't change.
Right.
And they're in the car, and him and Justin are there. Him and Kevin are there, and I remember because this guy had the cameo, and he's like, "Oh, do you want me to call the cops?" I said, No, that's my brother.
Yeah.
They get in the car, and Kevin looks at Randall, and he's like, "What?" And he goes. Now, mind you, this is the episode. This is the season we find out they just turned 36.
Right.
And he goes, That's the first time in 36 years you've ever called me your brother. And thankfully, me and my brother, it's not been that long.
Wow.
But to have that, I know what that's like when you just, like, we know we're brothers.
Right.
But it's just good that he tells his friends he has a brother,
Yes.
or that I'm his brother. Like,
right.
That.
It means something. It's an acceptance. Especially for Randall's character, he had always wanted it.
Yeah.
And never received it. Remember, even when they had that session in the counseling, and he goes, just tell Mom that he was your favorite, and she finally, out of frustration and honesty, says he was easiest.
Yeah, and that. So that was season 2.
Yeah.
And that hurt me for Randall because I've been the easy one.
Yes, me too.
Why?
I'm the easy one.
Why do we gotta be the ones?
Thank you.
Who can't? See, it wasn't even like, oh, I do love him more. It was
right.
just like, no, I love you more.
Yeah.
He was just easier to deal with.
Right.
At least that's how
he wasn't mad at me
it.
for no reason.
Yeah.
And he didn't recoil when I touched him, and it just blinks at Kate.
Yeah.
With a tear, like, yeah, why do I hate my mom? Exactly. She did nothing to you. Then you killed her husband.
Well, she did hate her. You know why she hated her?
Yeah, because she killed her husband.
No, because when Grandma called her fat, the mom didn't stand up for her.
Because she was.
Didn't you buy her?
Let that out. That's what happens. You have too many Snickers. And when you kill your father, that's called guilt weight.
Yeah. Oh, man. Listen.
But you're right. It's such a... But there's hope because this season it's not going to be so much sadness because they're going to go back and to reflect on their
Jack
love.
and Rebecca.
So the love story, yes.
And I can't wait for that. Just because, first off, I was not ready to have a whole season with no Milo Ventimiglia.
There you go.
I love Milo Ventimiglia. I love his character and his portrayal of Jack.
Yes.
I didn't want to find out about his brother without knowing more about him.
Right.
Because at some point we're going to get some Nikki.
Right.
They casted Nikki, so we know we're getting him.
An adult Mickey or the current day Nikki or back
I think it's
Nikki?
I think it's gonna be flashbacks. I think the guy is in the right age group where they can do the flashbacks of this is him at that age.
Gotcha.
And
Wouldn't
still
that be
do
awesome
now.
if that guy finds that family in the now?
Oh my god.
And goes, oh my god, I never knew my brother started a life or whatever.
That'd be
kind of. And then he looks just like Milo, played by Milo. Just saying. Just don't like people dying off camera. Remember, they all lost him off without a goodbye.
Yes.
She was being a parent at the time he died.
Yes.
And they revealed. Remember in the moment when he passes away and he goes, Beck. And she hears him say that, whatever. So there was a lot of fans saying, like, did it happen?
Oh my
because they wrote to the creator, Dan Fogelman, and said, or was that because she loved him? What were you trying to say there? And I love his answer. He goes, no, Jack did say her name.
Of course.
So it's just a good love story. It was a good movie.
It's just so...
Good show.
And that is the other thing.
So crazy.
It's only an hour long.
Right.
And
how much can they squeeze in?
Hour feels like... You remember back in the day when they used to make 88-minute movies?
Yes. Like on the back of your VHS, you would see 88. That's so true.
It's so crazy that this is only 60 minutes. And we're not even getting 60 minutes. We're getting like 57.
Right.
And in 57 minutes,
you're doing
we're
something.
Getting...
But remember, I think something's going on with Toby because he's depressed. So we don't know if he finds out he has a second arrhythmia and he can't bust a move or if something happened to his parents. It has to be something pretty big to get to Toby. We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll be back.
In under 60 seconds, what is the gospel?
All right, check. Our God is great and awesome and almighty. God is He. So rich in mercy, He loved us so jealously. Put your hands up if y'all in the house, y'all feeling me. If you don't, I'ma make it clear, so listen please. The triune, 3 in 1, Holy Trinity, the MVP. There is no other, second and none inherently. Showered us with grace and kindness so exceedingly that even when we were dead in trespasses, made alive in Jesus. For by grace you have been saved through faith, not of yourselves. It is the gift of God, not of works, lest you should boast. For we are meant to do His good works and much greater. And in accordance we will also glorify our Savior, Jesus Christ, the Messiah, Son of God, Yeshua HaMashiach, Elohim, the Holy One. He became a ransom for many and now the risen Son. So a better way to respond than to lift your hearts in song.
T-Bow still exists, people. Welcome back to the T-Bow Mike Show. We're one of them. We're the #1 and fastest growing pop culture infused godcast
That's right.
in the nation. And it's season 3 premiere week.
That's right.
And we're already boo-hooing like the Muppet Babies.
Yeah, so we talked briefly and real quick about good fathering and what you get from that, or where you don't always see it in the moment, but it comes.
Right.
As I saw Tom Arnold this previous week.
Right.
He had a really good, at the end of the set, he talked about his father and how he reached a point in life where he really wanted his dad to know that he was appreciated and that he understood why things were the way they were. He was brought up in a single family home, single parent home with only the father.
So the mom died or what? Just
he didn't say.
Okay.
So I'm assuming left, because that's usually how it goes when they don't want to talk about it.
That's true.
But he just said, like, his dad did everything, and him and his brothers used to always talk about Uncle Bob and how cool Uncle Bob was, and he was the greatest. And then they found out that their neighbor, also on the farm in Iowa, was sick and dying.
Jeez.
And the father would go home on his lunch break, make sure this guy had lunch, make sure he was cleaned up, washed up, and okay, and not sitting in his own filth. Go back to work.
Wow.
Get home from work and do it all over again before he came home to tend to the kids, because they were now teenagers at this time. And he didn't know for years that his father was doing this.
Wow.
So when his father
he didn't even know at the time.
And then his father got diagnosed with cancer, and he said it happened fast. So he got diagnosed, and within 5 days he was gone. He was happy to get to be there and get his goodbye and spend time with him. And he made a joke about him and his brothers all being wusses with a P, because when his dad got sick, and he's like, I need to go to the bathroom. The two of the brothers, like, I don't want. So Tom ended up picking up his dad up and carrying him to the bathroom, and he said he got that very intimate moment where now he could tell him, like, even without having to say it all, he let his dad know, like, I appreciate you, I love you, and I enjoy the life that you gave us.
Wow.
And it just made me think of Jack. So it was just like,
because he really, in those 17 years, and for Tom Arnold's case, because 10 years, because 49, in those 49 years, what he did, because the single parent, having, it's a sad situation. So when you step up to that plate, and do it well, and that is what the character Jack does.
Yeah, he's not a single parent, but he just does it so well. Like,
he shows out. It's just being present, because in the show, they have a lot of scenes to get done.
Yes,
but they have enough where you're like, oh, each child, 3, same age. He didn't get a break.
Yeah.
They each have their moment with them.
Yeah.
They be connected.
Yeah.
So it's it should remind folks, if a TV show could go beyond entertaining and help heal our world, I hope Jack's character does that for fathers. Because this is what I know being a man. And I've said this before on our show, and it's so, so true. We do not like failing.
We don't.
So if we know ahead of time, I'm not good at such and such, I'm not going to do it. And when a man feels I can't be a father, I'll fail, I'll just not do it. And that's the track they take.
Yes.
So the message needs to be,
Amen.
You can't fail as the father. I have a dad who I haven't seen since I was a teenager, because I hung up with 2 days as a teenager and a summer with him at 7. If he showed up in downtown Providence now and said, oh, I moved here for work or whatever, and want to have a relationship with you again, it would be yes, absolutely, and it would be like what's that? Birdie from years. Didn't happen. He'd get credit. Like, my brain would fill in all that time.
Yes.
And it would be like I always had my dad in my life. Dads have that. Meg-meeker, Dr. Meg-meeker talks about that with fathers. When fathers do something, you magnify it.
I'm the opposite spectrum of that. Like, my dad can come back tomorrow, and because I don't want to being hurt again.
Right.
And because I don't want my kids to being rejected, I'll accept him and he'll be there, but I'm not building that bridge back.
Right, because as Kate said, you're holding your breath from the grieving You haven't let yourself grieve.
Exactly.
Neither have I, that our dad wasn't there.
Yep.
And that's why we have to remember Psalms 34:18 from yesterday's episode. The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves
the crushed in spirit.
So you don't have to worry about protecting your children or yourself anymore. The Lord, if He's Lord of the breakthrough, let Him break through.
That's true.
See, that's how cool it is. But that's why, because men, we won't do things. And we don't want to be vulnerable. Trust is not our top thing.
I think for me, it's like when you give it so much.
Right.
I'll always be there. I'll always answer the phone when he calls.
Right.
But that would, like, our relationship would be over the phone.
Right.
Because I can't be hurt.
Right.
And you know, it's not even about being disappointed anymore, because he doesn't disappoint me because it's expected.
Right. But on some level, it still is disappointing.
And then that's
because you're hoping with age becomes wisdom.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I used to hope that.
Yeah, we used to think that as a kid, you thought, oh, adults have this thing on lockdown.
Yes.
Then you become one. You're like, oh no, I'm still a sniveling little nose crybaby 17-year-old. But this is it. So if a show can transcend entertainment and heal this world, I pray that God uses This Is Us, Jack's character, to do so. To all the fathers out there, you don't have to fail.
If you love TV,
$405 and Libby.
If you love Jesus, we're going to love TiVo Mike. The TiVo Mike Show is a daily internet radio show that features the best of popular culture with a Christian point of view. TiVo Mike teaches you about Jesus and popular TV shows with the entertainment guru Mike Warner. From The Walking Dead to The Big Bang Theory, you'll experience entertainment that fills your spirit. The TiVo Mike Show airs weekdays at 2 p.m. Eastern on Blog Talk Radio, or subscribe on iTunes or Google Play. Learn more at TiVoMike.com. That's TiVoMike.com.
Solemn music. I love it. Guys, the takeaway. Watch This Is Us. If there's any show that could just find a way to get through to you and help you to see more, be more, understand more, This Is Us will definitely do that for you. I'll be live tweeting with the show every week. So you want to get at me, I'm EGMike84 on Twitter. I'll be there.
And I'll try to live tweet during the commercials.
Yeah.
You do. I can't do it at the same time.
But for tomorrow, guys, we're gonna definitely talk about One Chicago. Woo! I got some swag last year from them. Lovely sweatshirt.
Yes.
And we got 3 shows one night, all Chicago.
Which is insane. That's a lot of Chicago. That's a lot of night. And remember, follow Jesus daily, not just Sunday, and call your dads.
Ooh. So if you have some free time on your hands and you want to show some love to us, which always feels good to show some love to people you care about, right? Head on over to iTunes. Leave us a 5-star rating and a review, because we love reading what you guys think about the show. We're also a fresh podcast on Spotify, so if you get your podcast there, check us out and tap the heart. As for the credits for show, on the soundboard, it's me, entertainment guru Mike Warner. Original music comes from Eric Dano, and a thanks always to our podcast producer, Michael Jefferson. If you miss us in the next few hours, you can find us on social media. I'm EGMike84 on Twitter. He's TiVo Mike on all relevant platforms, not LinkedIn. Now go take on the day, will you?